The Consolidated Appropriations Act of 2026 didn't ban voluntary benefits, but it did help expose a huge mess. You're hearing the noise. Let me show you what's actually going on. 4 class action lawsuits, all filed in late December 2025, all targeting employer-paid accident, critical illness, and hospital indemnity coverage. The firm behind them, Schlichter-Bogart, the same firm behind the 401k excessive fee waive. The employers named include Community Health Systems, LabCorp, Allied Universal, and United Airlines. Big names, big plans. And the allegations are familiar. Excessive premiums, inflated commissions, weak loss ratios, programs that looked more like employer-backed plans than neutral payroll-deducted access. But there's something that nobody's really saying clearly. There's no new 2026 federal rule that made voluntary benefits illegal. The real issue, many so-called voluntary programs were never safely outside ERISA guidance in the first place. And once ERISA shows up, fiduciary duty walks in right behind it. ERISA's voluntary plan exemption has 4 prongs. You miss one and then it's just voluntary defense falls apart. No employer contribution, completely voluntary participation, limited employer involvement, and no employer consideration beyond reasonable administration compensation. But occasionally employers slip up. Prong 1, hidden subsidies, technology credits, admin offsets. They look a lot like employer contributions. Prong 2, bundled enrollment flows that feel mandatory even if they technically aren't. Number 3, branded materials and targeted emails that come across and form access into an endorsement. They cross that line. Prong 4, stacked commissions and revenue sharing that benefit everyone except for the employee. So where does the Consolidated Appropriations Act actually fit in here? The service provider compensation disclosure rules made broker pay easier to surface. Plaintiffs may be using compensation data likely disclosed under the $1,000 or over the $1,000 reporting threshold to build these cases. The transparency didn't create the problem. It just made it much more visible. In 2026, the CAA added some major pharmacy benefit management transparency rules, but that's PBM focused. It's not a worksite benefit statute. When people say the 2026 CAA cracked down on voluntary benefits, they're mashing 2 things together. Older transparency requirements that exposed compensation structures and newer lawsuits attacking how programs were built and sold. The key is to not lump everything together. The litigation heat is on accident, critical illness, and hospital indemnity. That's not the same as every employee paid ancillary plan. Employer-sponsored dental, vision, short, long-term disability are already treated as ERISA plans. The issue there isn't pretending that they're outside ERISA. It's just running them prudently. There's 4 things that you should do right now. First, identify which products you're calling voluntary. Test whether they actually satisfy the safe harbor. Don't assume. Then pull your compensation details. Review last year's 5,500. Review enrollment materials for endorsement language. Ask what the employer receives directly or indirectly. What are you guys getting back from the carriers? Revenue sharing? Are the commissions heaped being paid to your broker and being paid to firms supporting your enrollment? Is it a large amount of money? More than what it should be for the services being provided? Are there technology subsidies available? Then ask the hard question. If employees collectively pay a lot into this product, are they getting real value back out? Because that's what this is all about at the end of the day. The market's moving away from the theory of just offer it and move on. The new standard is closer to, if you touch it, you better be prepared to explain why you're touching it. For more content like this, check out benefitsblake.com.